Hi everyone, welcome to day 12 of 12 Days of Christmas. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry I'm a little bit late, a couple of minutes. I had to go run and get my elf ears. I wanted to wear them today to celebrate our 12 days. Thank you so much for joining me for all 12 days. I can't believe how quick they went by. First it seemed like I had to keep coming up with projects for 12 days and then they just went by like that. So thank you for joining me. If you have joined me all 12 days or at least watch the replay, when you watch the replay, hashtag replay. And that way that I know that you watched it. So I do have an ordering special. I've been trying to clean up my craft room. I have so much stuff from the 9 years that I've been doing this. Classes, when I make class kits, I always make extras. There's been a few retreats that I've done with friends, so we didn't know how many to expect, so we cut a lot. And so anyway, my ordering special is going to be when you spend $50, I'm going to send you one of my previous class kits. So I have a basket here full of kits. Let me just give you a couple examples. Here's one of my Halloween ones, Tricks and Treats class. Some of them have the pillow gifts in them as well. Here's a country bouquet class, and it has the embellishments. I have my coffee bar sign class. This one's made, but here's the packet with the supplies to make it. I actually have my coffee class as well. I think this is a latte love class. Waves of inspiration class. So these are all packaged with all of the materials in them. This one was the Sweet Songbirds retreat me and my friends had did. So you got all your pieces in there. So anyway, I have tons of, well, I have a lot of class kits, and I will just randomly choose the kit that I'm gonna send you, unless you place the order and you let me know which one that you want. And I'm going to also send you the PDF tutorial that goes with it. I will email you the tutorial for whatever kit that I'm sending you. So just place a $50 order and use my shopping link that I have, and I will send you a kit. All right, I guess that's it. Today's project is gonna be a watercolor. I'm over here moving my mat. It's a watercolor card. I haven't used my watercolor pencils in a long time, so I wanted to use them. So let me get my iPad going here. I tell you, I had to run and get my elf ears. So for me, since I'm doing watercolor, I like to put something down so that it's not going to saturate through your work area. I actually have these laminated. I laminated them a while back for my team when we would have our team meetings and do something where we needed one that's not gonna seep through. So a couple of tips about watercoloring. I like to keep baby wipes around. I like to keep my Stays On cleaner because we're gonna use Stays On. So when you watercolor, you need to use Stays On. And your stamps need to be cleaned right away so that they don't stain. Okay, so, and then I don't know if I already told you, I have a bowl of water here. You don't necessarily have to have it, but I like to keep it, and then some paper towel and baby wipes. So our water painters, they come in like 3 different tips. So I think we're going to use this medium one. And the third one's like a big brush tip. Big. So we won't be using that because you could see most of our watercoloring is going to be small. And now our watercolor pencils, they come in 2 assortments. So it's like assortment 1 and then assortment 2. I think this one has like 13 and I can't remember, 10 and 13. But I already have a pack that is open. I keep them in here. And I like to keep mine sharp. So just a little cheapy pencil sharpener will work. So let's go ahead and get started. So you need some watercolor paper. So we're going to use the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This piece, we're going to cut it down to 3 by 3.5. So 3.5. Is that all? By 3. Seems like the piece is bigger, but I guess not. So you could have stamped it and did it afterwards. Nope, that's the right size. Okay, let me grab my baby wipes that I always keep. And so we're going to stamp both images. So remember, stays on for watercoloring. And actually, you could do it. I knew I was going to stick my finger in there. You can do it this way, so you can see where all your ink's going. And go ahead and stamp. My thing's going to be slippery because it's laminated. Okay, that did not come out the greatest, but now we're going to do the lights, the Christmas lights. I did not. Okay, and we're going to kind of get those centered there and stamp. Okay, so the only reason I grabbed the water, the bowl of water, is in case, you know, you want to dip your brush in there. But if you squeeze, water is going to come through. See the water coming out through here. So first we're going to color. Let's start with our tree. So these, it's simple. You're just going to color like you're coloring with colored pencils. And the more color that you put, the darker it's going to be. And then obviously the lighter it is. My thing did not stamp very well. And I'll show you a couple of tips. I'm going to leave this area. So I'm going to dip mine just because. And then you just brush your color in. If you really want it to look real watercolor, you can add a lot of water and get it. So you can squeeze, or you can dip it in a bowl. Okay, so I was thinking, so now you can dip this in a bowl, in your bowl, and you can actually grab color from the pencil this way and brush it on. That's why I left that area with no green. And then it'll be darker. So you can just take it right off your pencil, like so. Not too bad, huh? Have you guys watercolored lately? Do you like to watercolor? I do. I think since we got the blends that I just really haven't used my watercolor pencils. Now, if I was to use this now, it's going to be real dark because it's wet, see? So if you want to add some darker color, you can use that wet pencil. And it's going to make it darker. The more color you add, the darker it'll be. And then you can just add more water. I'm kind of doing this fast and I'm not being very accurate. Okay, so let's clean our brush. That's what you need the paper towel for. And you know what? I made a boo-boo. I didn't clean this right away. So these stamps will stain. And it just dawned on me that I didn't clean them. So I like to keep a baby wipe handy and clean. And you need Stays On cleaner. You cannot use just water. Our other inks are all water-based. This one is not, so you have to have Stays On cleaner. And believe me, I have stained some of my stamps by not cleaning them right away. And I almost did it again. For sure, the rubber ones will stain if you don't clean them right away. All right, sorry about that. So it just reminded me when I was cleaning my brush. Okay, so now we're gonna do the sled with early espresso. And I'm gonna try to go through this quick so that we're not sitting here coloring all evening. And so it's kind of like you could almost color sloppy, because then your water is going to go in and paint it and fill it in. See that? And again, the more water you add, the more lighter it's going to be, the more watercolor look. And watercolor, it does not have to be perfect. So it's not like your lines have to be colored in perfectly, because it's watercolor. So you can add, and if you add too much, you could always just blot it and take some color off. See, I took color off. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do his hat. We're gonna do basic black. And then I'm gonna get real red for the brim. Real red. And we actually have a white. I'm going to do pumpkin pie for his nose. And you know what? I got some melon mambo. I didn't do it on my other one, but I'm going to add some little rosy cheeks. I don't know why. He's cold. But we do have white. So we're going to put the white on. I'm over here sticking my hands on the part that we just did, the sled. It wasn't quite dry. So I know you really can't see the whole lot of the white, but when we add the water, you will. Okay, so let's do our hat. And remember to change or clean your water painter in between colors. We don't want to put black on red, red on black. I like to have the bowl instead of having to keep squeezing. And then let's do those rosy cheeks. And then we're gonna do all this white. And I'm not sure how well it's gonna show up in the camera. But after I do this white, and I already have water on those buttons, so watch the, where's our black? Our black will go super dark because there's water already on there. And then I did his scarf in Daffodil Delight. And again, the more color, the darker it's gonna be. I feel like I'm back in grade school coloring, because I haven't used these in so long. Uh-oh, my black got in there. Let's see if we could get it off of there. Let's hopefully. I'm looking at the dots. Okay, his rosy cheeks. Okay, so now we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do an assortment on the bulbs and the Christmas lights. Let's just add color, because then we're gonna, I should have did that, did the lights at the same time. So we're gonna color these. Let's try and not get the same colors by each other. Blue, yellow. Or I should be saying what their colors are, not blue and yellow. It's Daffodil Delight. This one here is going to be Calypso Coral. And I think this one's Cherry Cobbler. Let's add the cherry cobbler. Let's add the calypso coral. And I believe this one is Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I pretty much used every one of my colored pencils. And we're just gonna add the water. See, I kind of didn't take all that color off. Oops, I just did it again. Gotta clean my water painter in between colors. Okay, so now let's do our bulbs. When you're working with a lot of color, you have to keep cleaning your water painter. But there's a lot of fun techniques that you can do with this, with watercoloring. But I was trying to make it basic so that we're not all over the place. I'm going to do these a little bit darker, these pieces. And there I am. I stuck my finger inside on the lights. Ugh. I smeared it. But that's okay. It's watercolor. I just wanted to make these pieces a little bit darker. But that's watercolor. So you could even kind of make your watercoloring a little bit messy because it's not perfect. And oops, I did that one too much. So now I feel like I have to do the rest. But I messed that one up because I stuck my fingers in it. But that's our watercoloring. Pretty easy. So now we're going to cut a piece of Pool Party. I guess we need to make our card base as well. Let me get these baby wipes out of the way. Our Pool Party is going to be 3 5/8. So just after the half by 3 1/8. And we're going to layer this onto this just to give it a little color border. Our card is going to be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then we're going to need another piece at 1 inch. I keep like, what's on my head? I forgot I have my elf ears on. So 1 inch by 5 1/2. I was like, I don't have my glasses on top of my head because they're on my eyes. But I forgot it's my elf ears. For those of you who are just joining, I got some elf ears on. I have an ordering special since those of you have joined me all week. And you know what? I gotta grab my designer series paper. And gosh, I go over my list and I swear that I grab everything and I don't. I always forget something. So this piece is going to be, I don't have my instructions. I need to read my own PDF. But here, there's a Pool Party. What? This one, 4 by 5. So 5 by 4. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to adhere that across the front, or on the front. And then we're going to adhere a piece of garden green across that 1 inch piece. There you go. Here's our 1 inch piece. We're going to adhere that across. Just like so. Make sure I have it. Now let's glue these two together. with my smeared lights. I was not paying attention. I stuck my fingers in it. Okay, this almost looks like a perfect bulb down there. I got some other, but it's okay. It's watercolor, water drips, right? And let's glue this right on the center. And we're gonna add some gems, which I thought, I found a gem earlier and I was trying to figure out where it came from. And I guess it wasn't off of here because I don't know where it came off of one of my projects. I was trying to figure out, well, what project did I use that had the gems? And let's go here and here. And then we're going to adhere a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of basic white, but we're going to stamp our sentiment. So this is filled with cheer. This coordinates with the wagon one, filled with fun. So we're going to use a warm hello to you and yours. I was just reading this other sentiment. I was thinking maybe I should have used that other sentiment. So we're using real red. Oops, let's get these gems out of the way. A warm hello, and I'm putting it over here towards the top, and then to you and yours. And I'm going to put this kind of right beside it, like it's staggered. And then we'll adhere that to the inside. And I think I'll show you all the 12 days projects. So you guys can get the project sheets on my Facebook page right here. And then you could re-watch the videos. They should still be here on the page, but I have the edited ones on my YouTube channel. So there's our card with watercoloring. You can see my lights are definitely messy compared to these ones because I stuck my hand in it, but that's okay. Like I said, your recipient will be very happy that they got a handmade watercolor card. Okay, so let me grab all the projects. So a refresher. Here was day 1. We made this candy pouch using the Merriest Trees. There's some little candies in there. Day 2, we made this hot cocoa pouch. And you know what? I went to the store today and I picked up some more. I went to Albertsons and they had them. And I picked up some more. They were on sale for 69 cents. So, you know, to make a gift under $1. And then day 3 was our pop-up card using the... This one was Greetings of the Seasons. This is Sophisticated Sled. And then we made the Grinch bag. He was very popular, my Grinch bag. And we only used, it might have been, it was a stamp. And I don't even remember what stamp. Uh-oh, my bow came off. That means I need to eat those chocolates. And then we made our coffee pouch, our Starbucks coffee pouch, another popular one. And then we made our tea light. I don't have the tea light in there, but our tea light card that lights up. And then we made our explosion box that had the Nutella in it. And this one was our special guest day, Brian. We made the Tic Tac holders. And then we used Trucking Along to do the ho-ho box. And not quite done. We did our triangle box with the humble home. And yesterday we did the single sheet soap box. And then today we did our watercolor. So those are all 12 projects. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had fun. I appreciate you joining me. Next Wednesday, I will be back with my workshop Wednesday, back to regular schedule. And then, like I said, I'm going to take 2 weeks off because we're going on our cruise. And I will have pre-recorded videos. But next week, I know I have a card already scheduled for us to do together on my workshop Wednesday at 6 o'clock. All right, you guys have a good weekend and you take care. Bye.